According to our figures, Mr. Faulkner, your gross business last month was $92,000. A month before that, it was...
How do you know what our gross business is?
We conducted a little survey. Now, $500,000 ought to be a fair price for 51% of your company. Of course, you'll continue to run the company just as if you still had control of it. Only Mr. Pandora will have control instead.
And you can go back and tell your Mr. Pandora my business is not for sale. Not 51%, not 1%.
You have 24 hours to make up your mind. Either you sell or you wind up with no business.
What do you mean?
There could be an accident. Fire, explosion. Those things happen.
You can't intimidate me.
Oh, that's our business, Mr. Faulkner. Intimidating people.
You're nothing but cheap racketeers.
Big time, smart, scientific, and legitimate. We buy, you sell.
Get out of here.
Oh, just in case you're thinking of calling the cops, we conducted another survey, sort of a census, like keeping tabs on your wife, your grandchildren.
Not my family.
You tip the cops, you better reserve 3 slabs in the morgue. Bring him along.
All set.
Okay. In a couple of minutes, this joint will really jump. Let's go.
You gonna leave the old man here?
Where else? Besides, he's a cop, ain't he?
Oh, he ain't no cop. He's only a watchman.
To me, anybody who wears a uniform and a badge is a cop. Now, come on. We ought to get us a bonus for this one. All right, let's go.
The body has been identified as that of the watchman.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. Dan worked for me almost 20 years. He's about to be retired in a couple of months.
I'll notify his family.
Oh, no, Lieutenant. I'll do that.
You're certain you have nothing further to tell us?
No, Captain. If you're finished with me now, I'd like to go to Dan's widow.
Go ahead, Mr. Faulkner. I'll be in touch with you.
Excuse me.
He seems scared stiff.
He is. This is the same pattern as the fiberglass company and the electronics plant. This is the work of racketeers.
You mean Marty Pandora?
Yes, I mean Marty Pandora. He's moving in on legitimate businessmen. Those who won't sell are put out of business.
But we can't prove it, Captain. Rumors, whispers, but no evidence. Not one businessman will talk. And you saw how Faulkner acted just now.
Tell me, Lieutenant, would you talk if you knew a thing like this could happen to your home, your family?
And what's the answer?
This is in strict confidence. No reflection made on you or your men. I'm bringing in an undercover officer.
Well, that gripes me a little. But you're the captain.
He's a crack operator. His job will be to infiltrate Pandora's mob and pin Pandora to the mat.
If he does that, I'll be the first to shake his hand, if I ever meet him.
Marty Pandora was one of the old-line mobsters who was moving into legitimate businesses, but with gangster methods. As a policeman assigned to undercover, it was my job to nail Pandora. But when you're after the man at the top, sometimes you start at the bottom. I wanted to make contact with one of Pandora's hoods, Frank Tasker. He was a small-time punk who had served time for arson and extortion. While I waited for an opening to make my move, I was having both ears bent by Sally, one of the regular patrons of the place.
Meeting you tonight wasn't just an accident. My horoscope said I was going to make a new acquaintance today.
You interested in astrology?
Oh, definitely. Why wouldn't do a thing without consulting my chart? A friend made it for me.
Well, let's see now. I'd say you were Capricorn.
Try again.
Scorpio.
I can understand why you think that. Because of my affectionate nature. No. My sign is Virgo.
Interesting.
Oh, I find astrology a most fascinating study and very illuminating. Uh-oh.
Friends of yours?
Hardly. Cops. They're always coming in here to rouse somebody.
On your feet.
On my way.
Sorry.
All of you. He's empty.
You cops are all alike. Big men when you're hiding behind a badge.
Okay, smart mouth, let's see if you're wearing anything. Search you.
You think that lousy $480 a month they pay you buys you a license to lean on people?
If you don't shut up, I'm liable to lean on you.
You mean as long as you're hiding behind that badge and gun?
Hold it.
Come ahead, copper. Both at once or one at a time. I'm not choosy.
He's just trying to start a beef. I haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
Reagan. Pete Reagan. Now, don't tell me you want my phone number, too.
I'll remember you, smart mouth. Know you when I see you again.
Yeah, and I'll know you before I see you. The smell carries. Hey, Ben, better turn on the ventilators. We can use a little fresh air in here.
Let's go.
You've got to be a Leo. I just know it.
Sorry, baby. Taurus. The bull. You forgot something.
Oh, thanks. Hey, you thanked me for it when you bumped into me. And you stashed it in her pocketbook.
You looked a little shook up when the fuzz drifted in. I figured you might be carrying iron.
Friend, I owe you. Let me buy you a drink. Hey, barkeep, 3 times, doubles.
Forget it some other time. This sewer bores me.
Well, then let's climb out of it. How about the Golden Door?
Why not?
But I like it here.
Well, then you stay here, baby, and buy yourself a large type hangover, huh?
Hey, Pete, why do we have to sit at this table? I told you, Charlie Carson always sits here.
Well, he's in a rut. The change will do him good.
Yeah, he's a real trouble boy. He likes nothing better than to put a guy down.
Relax, Frankie. If he comes in, just invite him to join us.
Oh, you don't know Carson. He thinks he's a big man in town.
Small town.
You're not afraid of anybody, are you?
Oh, honey, I'm afraid of everybody. Keeps me on my toes.
You get better and better.
Wait till you see my finish.
Uh-oh. I hate to break up your routine, but another act just moved in. Charlie Carson.
Oh, great. Oh, hi, Charlie. How you doing?
This is my table.
We can find another table.
Well, I like it here.
You want I should take you apart with my bare hands now, Buster?
I think you dropped an infinitive.
Oh, I like that guy.
Get him out of here. I want to talk to you, Frankie.
Oh, hi, Mr. Simpson. I didn't see you come in.
Party's over, girls. Here's some catfish. Who's the guy who dropped Carson?
Well, he's a real good friend of mine, Pete Reagan.
I want you to tell Marty Pandora about your friend. Come on.
Sure.
This friend of yours, Reagan, he pushed this Carson around good, eh?
Oh, real good, Mr. Pandora, real good.
And you kind of liked it, eh?
Well,
I know. Carson gives you a bad time. Carson likes to give everybody a bad time. He's got a cruel streak. Now, what else do you know about this Reagan? Has he got any heat on him?
Well, it didn't look like it. Not the way he hard-mouthed those coppers.
You're a good boy, Frank. I had my eye on you.
Me? Gee, I didn't know you knew I was alive, Mr. Pandora.
Oh, don't talk foolish. I know all about my boys. Joe, fix him a drink. You got brains. And loyalty.
Gee, thanks a lot, Mr. Pandora. I've been doing my best.
I know. I've been watching you. I think maybe you're ready to move up in the organization.
Gee, I'd appreciate that. Here's to you, Mr. Pandora.
You can kind of handle special jobs for me. Now, the first thing I want you to do is bring this Reagan to me. I want to have a talk with him. Bring him to me tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Oh, he'll be here, Mr. Pandora. 3 o'clock sharp.
You're a good boy. Now run along. I'll see you tomorrow.
You won't be disappointed for giving me a break, Mr. Pandora.
You think I don't know that already, Frank?
You won't have to worry about my loyalty.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Mr. Pandora. Thanks again, Mr. Pandora.
Loyalty. Slob. You can't even spell it. Well, what do you think? What's there to think? I'll know after I talk to this Reagan. Carson's getting hard to handle. I still got use for Carson. When I decide to dump him, he's dumped for good. Maybe this Reagan will come in handy. I've got a feeling Reagan comes expensive. Everything good comes expensive. Marty Pandora pays when he wants the merchandise.
Look, Pete, do you know who Marty Pandora is? Guys would give their right arm to get in with him. But he could do you a lot of good.
I'm doing all right as it is.
Well, just talk to him, will you?
We got nothing to talk about.
Hi, honey.
Beat it, Carol. We're talking business.
You want me to beat it?
How about some lunch?
Love it.
Look, Pete, this is important to me. She can wait.
Why didn't you call me?
Well, I was working up to it, baby.
Pete, will you listen? I gave you a big build-up. Don't let me down.
Tell him I'm not interested.
Do you realize what this means to me? It could mean my whole future. You gotta do me this favor, Pete.
Okay, Frankie. I don't want to be the one to ruin your life.
Oh, hey, Pete. Thanks, no kidding, that's great. Oh, boy, this could be the biggest break of my career.
Aye, looks like another rain check. I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Now buy the lady some lunch, huh?
Yeah. Eat yourself a mouthful, baby. Now I feel like spending.
Another rain check, he says. What is he doing? Saving up for a cloudburst?
While I was with Frank, somebody had shaken down my room. But I had set up a warning system before I left. You pull some of the bristles out of your hairbrush, place them in the slides of the drawers. If the bristles are not in place, it means that somebody has been inquisitive.
You're not afraid of Carson, are you?
Haven't given it much thought.
Why do you think I wanted to see you?
Because you're about to offer me a job in your organization. But the answer is no. You see, I'm not an organization man. I like to play it single.
I see. The hard-to-get routine. I've seen it before. You take a job with me and there's no telling how far you can go.
And part of the job is to keep Charlie Carson in line, huh?
Does that bother you?
Now that you've given me all the signals, how about telling me the play?
Time for that when I send you into the game. You're not in the game yet.
Well, if it isn't the boy with the real sneaky punch. What's he doing here?
Seems like I've been set up to wait for you, Carson.
You ever see this boy work? Real sneaky. Cute. Like this.
All right, let's get the slob out of here.
Just making sure the first time was no accident?
There's always a chance it was a lucky punch. I don't take chances. Now I'm sure.
And I don't like being set up as a sucker, Pandora. You hire somebody else to push your muscle around.
Take it easy, Reagan. You got muscle, but you got something up here, too. I can tell. I'm a good judge of character.
Now, let me tell you a few things. You're leery of Carson. He's giving you trouble. You'd like to move him out.
He's a punk, but a dangerous punk. You never know what he's going to pull. He's got big ideas, but no brains.
Then why don't you bury him?
We're going to get along fine, Reagan. Just fine. Can I consider you a member of the firm?
Just hold a chair open on the board of directors. Pandora continued to force legitimate businessmen to sell. Unless one of those men was willing to testify against Pandora, the police were helpless to move. And the only thing I could do was wait until someone refused to sell. Then Pandora would attempt another act of violence.
Griswold's business is solid. Now, here are the figures on his growth for the last 6 months. You and Carson pay him a visit at home tonight.
Him? What about Simpson? He handles that end.
Reagan is handling it from now on.
I'm not taking any orders from this punk. Not now, not any time.
You do as I say, Carson. It's you and Reagan tonight. Understand? Do as I say or you're through.
All right, boss. You don't have to get sore about it. You say work with Reagan, I work with him. Anything Marty Pandora says goes with me. You know that.
And you keep on knowing it. You got that straight?
Got it?
All right, don't forget. I want 51% of Griswold's business. Not 49 or 50, but 51%.
Albert Griswold, Pandora's next victim, was a man who had never been acquainted with violence. Like most people, gangsterism was something he read about in the newspapers. I laid down Pandora's terms. 51% of Griswold's company for cash. If Griswold wouldn't sell, Pandora would make his next move. That was the move the police needed.
51% of my company? You must be joking.
Here's the punchline, Mr. Griswold. You have 48 hours to sell.
Who are you?
Opportunity. And we only knock once.
Get out. Get out before I call the police.
No, I would do that, Griswold. You got a wife and a daughter asleep upstairs, a son in college. No, sir, I wouldn't do that. Not if you want to keep them healthy.
I can't believe this. Not today in this country. I can't believe it.
Take my advice. Believe it. Be smarter than Mr. Faulkner was.
Faulkner? That's the man whose warehouse was destroyed.
He was stubborn. Now don't you be stubborn, huh?
Get out of my house.
Remember what I told you, Griswold. Your wife, your kids. One peep to the cops and it's bye-bye family. Tomorrow, next week, a year from now, we'll get them. It won't be pretty.
Yeah.
Me, Carson. I want to talk to you, Reagan.
Then talk.
You put me down twice. Nobody's ever put me down before.
You've been meeting the wrong people.
I don't like you, Reagan, but I respect you. You got brains and guts. Pandora's got brains, but no guts. Without guys like you and me, he'd be nothing.
You seem to be working up to something.
You and me, Reagan, we team up. What Pandora's doing, we can do better.
There's one slight difference. Pandora's got the capital. He puts the pressure on, but he's also got the loot to buy in.
Who needs it? We put the pressure on. We don't need dough. We take over on muscle and fear. Pretty soon we take over Pandora. You'll be easy, Reagan. Like I said, no guts. Are you with me?
You appeal to my mercenary side.
I'm going to be a big man in this town someday, Reagan. A big man. You want to travel with me?
Well, here are the Kennedy papers. He was easy. You now own 51% of his trucking outfit.
There's nothing like good, legitimate businesses. What about Griswold?
Well, he's holding out. He's a stiff neck, but he's scared.
No holdouts. We can't afford it. If we let one get away with it, they'll all try it. So we hit his plant, set it up with Carson.
You might be interested to know this is Carson's last job.
Spell it.
Wants to branch out and move out on his own with my help.
You're not stupid enough to try it.
Now, why do you think I'm telling you?
Good boy, Reagan. I've had it with that slob. This'll be his last job, all right. When you blow Griswold's place, I want you to leave Carson in it. Just make sure that they won't be able to identify the body.
And just what's my incentive?
Carson's got 2% of my action. That becomes yours.
It'll be a pleasure. When do we blow the place?
Tomorrow night, midnight. Set it up.
I'll set it up, Mr. Pandora. But good. Fellas are 3 hours early.
Time's been moved up.
Oh, I thought Pandora said midnight.
I don't care what Pandora says. We're risking our necks, not him. We're blowing a joint at 9 o'clock.
Well, maybe we shouldn't, Charlie. Mr. Pandora will be sore.
Listen, punk, from now on, you're taking your orders from me. Me and him.
You and him?
That's right. After tonight, we're starting up business for ourselves.
That right, Pete?
That's right, Frankie. Now, you in or out?
Well, I'm in, I guess.
All right, why don't you fellas wait downstairs for me? I'll be down in a minute.
You're coming along now, Reagan.
If you insist. Excuse me.
Headquarters expected us to arrive at Griswold's plant at midnight. There was no way I could notify them of the change. I was locked in.
Hotshot freeze.
Is it your idea the way to begin a partnership?
Think maybe your way was better? Like stooling on me to Pandora?
Oh, you know about that, huh?
Yeah, I know all about it. You see, Simpson's on my team, too.
Hey, you're full of surprises tonight.
I got another one for you, smart boy. When this place goes up, you're going to be part of it. You won't find enough of you left to bury. All right, start placing the stuff. Stay where you are. Get your hands up. We've got you covered. You can't get away. You're a fink. You're still to the cops. Maybe you're even a lousy cop yourself, huh? Drop your guns and come out with your hands up. All right, fink. They might get me, but I'm putting you away first. Come out, Carson. You haven't got a chance. Come and get me, blue boy. Drop it, Carson. Not him. I have an idea who he is.
Going someplace, Reagan?
Thought a change of scenery might do me good. The job didn't come off. The cops were there waiting.
Sure they were. They were over at my place, too. They got Simpson. He's dead. Somebody tipped him off. Somebody like you. You're a copper, Reagan. A lousy cop. There was always something about you that didn't set right.
Put the gun away, Pandora. You're all through.
Not me. But you are, copper. I'm gonna leave you here dead. Then I'm gonna have a drink to you in South America.
Give me Captain Graham. This is Operation Mayday. Captain, thanks for staking out Griswold's place ahead of time. And I got something else for you. Send an ambulance over to my place to pick up Marty Pandora. He's all through terrifying innocent people.
Marty Pandora had been like a disease in this city. He had contaminated people with fear and terror. But he's only one of many in other cities everywhere. It's the job of the police to stop the Marty Pandoras, to keep them from preying upon innocent people. And it's my job on the Tightrope. Tightrope.